Well, hi everyone. We are on our way to a thrift shop in Intercourse, Lancaster County, and it's called a Bees Needs Thrift Shop. And this thrift shop is so unique, and I'm so excited to show you around. But I first just wanted to take a second just to give you a little bit of background info how this store started. And the owner's name is Kim, and she's such a sweet person, and I talked to her for quite a while, and she told me she started this shop. Her husband sadly passed away about 5 years ago, and she became a widow, and she has a family, and she started this shop, and her family helped her get it started, and so it's letting her have an income now, because it was really difficult, obviously, when her husband died, but it was also difficult financially. So this is her business now. So it's not a nonprofit, but this income is helping her to live. And I think that's awesome. And if you're in Intercourse, this thrift shop is right next to Kitchen Kettle Village. Just definitely stop by, and you can tell her QuietPlaces. You saw the video on QuietPlaces, and she should know, who I am or whatever, because we had such a nice conversation. So anyway, so they have used items and donated items, and she also goes out and purchases her own things to sell at the store. And she has quite a collection of really cool collectibles, and also she has tons of retro stuff, really cool things that some of you will remember from your childhood. So it's not just like a regular thrift shop, with the regular thrift shop stuff, but there's also a lot of cool retro and collectibles in here. So anyway, let's head on in. I know that was a lot of talking right before we even get to the store, but this will be a fun trip. And on our thrift shop map, it is number 32. And the Bees Needs Thrift Shop is located right off of Route 340, right here in Intercourse. It's kind of right in front of the big candle barn. So here it is. Here's the outside, and there's the candle barn. You can kind of see it in the background there. And I love these window storefronts. They're so cool. I love looking at all the things she has in there. So today they have 50% off men and women's clothing, or tops and board games. And look at all these little Mr. Potato Head little figures. Those are actually really cute. They're pretty funny. I've never seen anything like that. So let's take a look at a couple women's shirts. We'll just grab this hoodie, which is super cute. And the price on that is $7.50, half off. And look at these shoes. These are nice, $12.50. And they look brand new for these. Super nice. Everything is very organized and neat in here too. And these are nice Nike sneaks for $18.50. They look pretty new as well. A lot of these shoes look really new. And look at this cool jukebox. That is really neat. Let's see. From Walmart, tested it works for $118. That's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that at Walmart. And there's just a look at the store, how everything is just really organized. And here's a shoe clearance bin, $1 a pair. That's awesome. And I'm standing on this hot air vent. It feels so good. And these are nice Harley boots, $70. These are like super nice boots, leather boots. They look new. They have the tags on it. And this is so cute, this embroidered bag. That is so adorable. And this bag is $7.50. It looks like it would be from South America or something like that. And this is really cute, this quilted bag with the deer on it. Oh my gosh, I love this. And the retail price on that is $50, but it's being sold here at $12, and it looks brand new. So that is awesome. I really do like this bag. And then on this rack, they have a lot of nice hats. And here's a SpongeBob hat. That hat is only $1.50. And then here's some dresses. Some of them are formal, and some of them are cocktail dresses. And let's see if I can grab a tag here to show you. Here, this is a nice dress, and this is $8. So definitely some good bargains in here also. Here's a cute Valentine pants, like some athletic pants. Those are really cute. $4. And here's a shelf full of games, DVDs, and CDs. So there's a lot of them here. And look, this one, Fat Albert. Wow, I remember that show, Fat Albert. That looks like a different movie though. That's not like the cartoon that I remember. And this is $5, this big album. It said it has pictures of animals and birds. Oh, wow, these are actually really pretty. Oh, the whole book must be filled with these. That is so cool. I actually love this. There's a grouse. They just look like old school pictures. That is super cool. And here's some regular record albums, Neil Diamond. And the prices are on the back. Neil Diamond Gold, $6. I know a few people still have the record players. And then look, here's 45s. They have a lot of them, 1960s, 50s, 80s. That's pretty cool. And here's like a sewing and fabric area, clothing patterns, $1 each. And look, these macaws, these look like, I remember my mom having some stuff like this. Look at all these neat retro things. Crochet magazines, vintage crochet magazines, $1 each. Crochet at home, super cool. Ribbon, just a lot of miscellaneous sewing items in this section here. And then back here, they have a lot of collectibles, some collectible plates, some Norman Rockwell I see. And this plate is $3. So a lot of neat things in this shop for sure. Definitely was not expecting all these neat retro things. Look at this cool wooden, like a horse with a palm tree. I kind of like it, and it's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. I think it's neat. And the price on that, $8.50. That's actually pretty cool. It's heavier, it's wooden, it's pretty heavy. It's really nice too. And here's some more collectibles. This section looks like some Disney things. Here's a Lion King bear, $2.50 with a heart. Maybe he was for Valentine's Day. Some teddy bear collectibles. A lot of neat things here. And a Scrabble Valentine's Day Scrabble game. That is super cool. I've never seen that before. My husband and I play Scrabble once in a while. He would like to play it more often than I do. I get kind of bored with it. But really pretty things here. Some pots and pans. And this pot looks really nice. Farberware, and that's $15. That's actually a really nice pot. So some good things in here. And this is neat. This is a quilt, and it has all the info, who made it. It was stitched by an Amish woman in the southern part of Lancaster, and they're selling it for $95 firm, but it is beautiful. I love all the greens in that. So that is a really special quilt. And, they have a lot of blankets and comforters and, stuff like that. And this is a smaller space, I have to say, but everything is super organized and clean in here. So it's just a really nice shopping experience in here. Now, here's a pair of boys' pants, and they're $7.50. They're really nice. And here again, today is the 50% off men's and women's tops. And we'll just grab a men's shirt real quick and take a look at this one. And this is from Structure, so they're not cheap. And that price is $8.50 and half off today. Now, I don't know what kind of sales she'll be having when you visit, but those are the sales today. And then over here are really cool vintage postcards and greeting cards. So lots of neat cards and postcards in here. Arizona. I could sit here for probably like a long time to look through all of this stuff in detail. And then over here, there's some Hot Wheels still in the original packaging, and some books, and some more linens over here. And here's a couple like tablecloths, or these are real pretty embroidered. I guess they're placemats. I'm not sure, but they're really pretty, whatever they are. I guess you could use them for whatever you want. And these are $3 for both of them. And there's another scene on the other one. They're really pretty. So yeah, a lot of good. Here's some books, 75% off Christmas books right now. I love these kind of stores because every nook and cranny is filled with something different. You never know what you're going to find. But like this, wrestlers, $4 each. Look at all these wrestling figures. My husband was a wrestler. Oh my gosh, he would love this. come here, man, I'm going to get you. I'm throwing you over the ring. But look, I have to show you, look how many there are. There's tons of wrestlers. I've never seen any of these before. This is so awesome. This store is so cool. And then here's cats versus pickles. I don't know what that is, but they're actually cute. They're like little beanbag things in little cute. They're all really cute. I like those things. Cats versus pickles. And here's Dalmatians for $1.50 each. Just a bunch of Dalmatian little figurines and some Fisher-Price Play School. Look, these are all Disney dolls. This is Moana, it looks like, and they have there's a whole bunch of them in here that she has. Aladdin, Make-A-Wish. This is so much fun in here, and there's just like a lot, but it's organized. And this is the girls section, and there's it's really nice because there's the sizes of all the clothing too, which I really like. I know some thrift stores have that and some don't, but I really like when, you know, the sizes are there. It makes it a lot easier. So super cute stuff. And these are cute unicorn pants for $2.50. That's a good deal. Yeah, definitely a lot of good deals here. And here's Little People. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about these things. There's tons of them here. And some of them are in bags. There must be maybe like certain sets, but there's like a lot of individual Little People too. And here's some cute shoes. Oh my gosh, look at these little black baby shoes. They're adorable. They're $4. Maybe a little Amish boy wore them, but they're so cute. And lots of nice, those look new. And here's the board game. She has a lot of games and they're 50% off today. There's a lot of board games. So that is super cool. And she does have the story in the news article about how she started this thrift shop. And also she has, a memorial in loving memory of her son. She also lost 2 children, and you can read about that here as well. So she's so sweet. If you're in Intercourse, just stop into the Bees Needs thrift shop. It's just a cool place, and she's a sweetheart. And she also sells a couple books that are local authors. It's from her family. So here's the story behind the books that she sells. So you can check them out while you're here. Also, I love to support local artists and authors. And then here's some cool Fisher-Price things. She told me this is like a full set of this barn. And here's some more like cool Fisher-Price things. Sesame Street Little People. That is so cool. And then here's some McDonald's and Annie things. Maybe those McDonald's things were from Happy Meals or something, but a lot of neat collectibles. Some Stitch from Disney, marbles, a lot of Legos. Boy, a lot of neat things here. Here's some carved stone animals. They're neat. And then she has this neat jewelry box, and the drawers open up, and there's like pins in certain drawers, earrings, whatever, like the clip-on earrings. So it's all labeled, and all the jewelry's in individual bags. So really neat and organized. A lot of things in the drawers. It's kind of fun to open up the drawers. You never know what you're going to find. Here's some of the Crocs, the things that little pins that go on the Crocs. She has a whole big basket of them, and they're 75 cents each. And here's just a quick look at the store. So it's small, but there's a lot in here. This might be the coolest thing, in my opinion, of the store. You can go and shop in the window. Like the front window case, she has things that you can just like walk out here and shop. I think this is so cool. I've never been in a window display case, so you could actually like stand out here and like wave to the traffic. Here's a nice set of dishes. I think that's Corning. I forget the name of that. I think I had that set long time ago, but there's some fun things out here. There's some baskets and dishware, some books, just, some miscellaneous things out here. But look, we're in the window looking out at 340 in the town of Intercourse. How cool is that? And then you can walk over to the other window too. There's 2 storefront windows that you can actually walk in and shop. So it gives her some extra space to put stuff. And it's like so cool to walk out here as a customer. Like, look at this. You can just walk out here and shop. And look at the Smurfs and Gargamel. I used to have so many of these Smurfs. I love the Smurfs. I still like the Smurfs. And then there's like Nancy Drew mystery books, Boxcar Children. I used to, my kids love the Boxcar Children books. And I love Nancy Drew. She did tell me the Nancy Drew stuff, they sell out pretty quick. But look at all these. I remember reading these Nancy Drew books. Here's some more Fisher Price stuff. A lot of really cool retro vintage stuff in this store, as well as like thrift shop stuff. But here's another view looking out from this window. Isn't that neat? Well, I hope you had fun visiting this thrift shop. I think this might be the most unique thrift shop I've visited. So if you're in Intercourse, stop in at the Bees Needs Family Thrift right here next to Kitchen Kettle and right in front of the Candle Barn. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.